Okay, hello. Our assignment today is going to be Systems of Equations, Day 2, Combining Equations, so please open that. Okay, so here's our assignment. That's what we're doing today, Day 2, Combining Equations. So when you get there, you're watching the video right now, but I want you to open up this link right here. And remember that you can translate it if you go File, make a copy, then you'll be able to go to Tools and translate the document, right? So make sure you can translate this to make sure you understand it very well. It's very important that you understand that. So basically, the last lesson, what you did is you learned how to find a solution to a system of equations like this. But we had choices, right? So you could just try the choices. You could try 3 for x and 6 for y and see if it worked for both equations. Today, we're going to try to find values of x and y without answer choices that we can try. So that's the important point, okay? So we will not have answer choices, and we're still going to be able to find out how to do it. Okay, so that's what we're going to learn about today. So go ahead and open this assignment in Kami so you can work the problems and take notes. Okay, so when you open the assignment, you'll see the first question you'll see will be a review question. You know how to do this kind of problem. It's got the answer choices. So go ahead and try the answer choice and make sure you get the correct answer. So I'll let you do that one. But what's new is this kind of question right here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to combine the following system of equations to create a new third equation to find the solution for the system of equations. So what I want to show you, I'm going to give you a simple example first. Okay, so let's say for an example, let's say we have these two equations here, right? X plus y is equal to 10, x minus y is equal to 4. We could try different values until we get it, right? But what we're going to do today is we're going to combine these equations so that we can create one new equation. And what we're going to do is we're going to basically go this equation here plus this whole equation right here, okay? So take that equation, and I'm losing my pen again. That's the problem. And when we're gonna combine them and we're gonna add them. So we have an x here and an x here. What do we get? We get 2x. But when we take a y and we add it to a negative y, it cancels out and we just get 2x. And then we're gonna add this. Remember, we're doing plus. So 10 plus 4 is 14. And then we get a new equation. And then this is what we learned how to do before. So we get 2x. So we divide by 2, right, to solve for x. Divide by 2. And we get x is equal to 7. 14 divided by 2 is equal to 7. Remember, this is 14. This is the same as that, right? So that's equal to 7. Now, how do we use it? Well, if x is 7, then we can come up here and we're going to go, let's take this equation. So if x is 7, then I'm going to take this equation over here and I'm going to go, instead of x, I'm going to put 7 plus y equals 10. And then what is y going to be? Well, I subtract 7, right? I have lost my pen again. There we go. So minus 7, I get y is equal to 3, okay? So that means now I've got y. So that means the solution, wait, I don't want that, would be, in this case, would be the x would be the 7, comma, and then y would be the 3. But remember, it has to work here, which it does, but it also has to work here. So we have x minus y equals 4. Does it work? That's the x, so 7 minus, and then that's the y. 3 equals 4. Yes, it does work. So see how it works on both? By combining it. And that way we don't have to try different values. So let's go back to the assignment. Okay, so we look at this, the first question, number 2, we're going to try it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a line under this and we're going to add this equation, this whole equation right here. So we're going to add this. So we have 8x, but it's got a negative 8x. So when we add, so we go 8 plus negative 8, we get 0, right? And so that means 0 x's, that basically cancels out, and we don't have any x's. But then when we go 11y minus 2, that's the same as 11 plus negative 2, that's really the same as 11 minus 2. So you can treat it like that. That would equal 9. So these y's would be 9y, and then we're going to add the 92 and the 56. But the 56 is negative, so it would be 92 minus 56. And what does that equal to? If you use your calculator. Okay, so 92 minus 56 equals, so that's 36. Okay, so that's going to be, I lost my calculator, there we go, 36. Okay, actually it's not, I gotta use my pen, is not working very well, so 36, okay. Now, to solve for 36, I have to divide by 9, right? That cancels, and then I divide that by 9, and then I get y is equal to, okay, y is equal to 36. Oops, this goes like that. My pen is not working. Equals 36 divided by 9 would be 4, okay? Now, how do we find the value of, that's y, right? But how do we find the value of x? Well, what we have to do is we have to take one of these equations, and we have to come back over here. So we know that y is equal to 4, correct? So we have to go 8x plus 11, but in this case, it's going to be times a 4, right? So that's going to go right there, and that's going to be equal to, okay, so that's going to be equal to 92, right? Okay. Well, then we have to go 8x, and then 11 times 4 is plus 44 equals 92. So now we have to go back to doing some algebra. So if you remember, we want to combine like terms, correct? So the 44 and the 92, so we want to go minus, from both sides, minus 44, and we have to do it to both sides, remember, okay? And what do we get? We get, okay, my pen's not working again. Okay, so we're going to get, that's 8x. This goes away, and it's equal to, what would that be? That would be 48. Okay. And then we have to, remember, we have to divide both sides by 8. I'm just using my mouse, and I'm not very good at that. Divide both sides by 8. This cancels, and then that is equal to 6, okay? So then the final answer, right, is going to be in terms like this. So it's going to be, what's our y? Our y is 4, so that's going to be over here. And then our x is equal to 6, so that's going to be right here, okay? So that's how you do these kind of problems, okay? We'll do another one together. I'll work this one and let you, but what I want to do is I want to show you how to enter it into Canvas. Okay, so remember, our answer is 6, 4. So when you come back to enter it in Canvas, you have to enter it in, like it says here. If your answer is a coordinate point, like 4, 5, make sure to enter with no spaces. No spaces, otherwise it'll get it incorrect. So that was question number 2. You'd go parenthesis, and then what was the other part? We have 6, 4, right? Okay, so we go 6, no space, comma, no space, 4, and then parenthesis, okay? If there's a negative, you put negative, just like that, but right now there's not a negative. So that's how you enter it in with no spaces, okay? Now, if you ever do that on a quiz or a test, you can let me know that you entered it like that, and maybe you put a space and you got it wrong, and I can fix it. But try not to put any spaces, okay? All right, so good. So that's how it works. So the next thing I want you to do is, if you understand that, take good notes, and then I want everybody to try this question right here, okay? So everybody try question number 3, and then pause the video and come back and I'll show you. Okay, so we get this equation here, and we're going to add this, we're going to take this equation right here, and we're going to Okay, we're going to add these together. So we're going to go, where's my pen? There it is. And take these and add them together. So when I get the 8x and the 4x, I can see that it's going to be the y that is going to cancel in this case. So I'm going to add these up, this whole equation like that. Okay. And I'm going to add it to this equation. So 8x plus 4x is going to be 12x over here. These go away, so no y's, and that's equal to 2 plus 22 is 24, okay? And then at that point, what do we do? Okay, so let's see if I can get my pen to work. There we go. Okay, so we have to divide by 12, right? That cancels that out, and we just get x over here. Divide by 12, and 24 divided by 12 is 2, so our x is equal to 2. Okay, there we go. And then at that point, we're just going to take one of the equations at least. You should do it in both of them. We're going to take this one over here, and we're going to, oh, come on. It doesn't work like that. Okay, go like this. And we're going to go, you take this 8, and we're going to put parenthesis like that, plus 7 parenthesis, or 7 is going to be the y, right? So we're going to take this x, and we're going to put that right here. So that's going to be 2. And then this is going to be y, right? Okay, so it's going to be y. So what do we get? This is going to be 16, right? 8 times 2 plus 7y equals 2. We subtract 16, and we get 7y equals negative 14. And then what do we do next? We have to, okay, so then we divide by 7, that goes away, y equals negative 2, okay? So that's going to be the answer for number 3. Okay, so the x is going to be equal to 2, the y is negative 2, so that means the solution is going to be, okay, 2 and negative 2. So our solution is going to be, where's my pen? Come back, pen. It's going to be 2 comma negative 2. So I'm going to put that into Canvas. For number 3, parenthesis, 2 comma negative 2 parenthesis. Okay, good. So let's see, why don't we try one more, and then I'll have you come back and I'll show you the solution. So maybe try number 4, pause the video, and then I'll show you the solution. Okay, so let's see, we have these two here. Why is this not drawing? Okay, so I combined the x's here and got 8x. The y's cancel because a negative and a positive cancel each other out. And then negative 13 plus 69 is 56. So what do? We divide by 8, x equals 7, right? Okay, and then we're going to take one of the equations. We can take either one, but I'm going to take this one over here, and I'm going to write that out. 11. Okay. And then what do we get? We get 70. Okay, so I'm about to run out of time on the video, so I just want to show you what we have here. So we get, when I put in the 7 for the x into the top equation, I get that. I then get 77 minus 10y. We subtract 77 from both sides, and then finally divide both sides by 10, and we get y is equal to 9. For a final answer, remember x was the 7 and y was the 9. Okay, so that's how you do it, guys. So finish the rest of the questions in the assignment, and that'll be it.